Join me now is my guy, Mike Reiss from ESPN. We got so much on the table right now, but I got to talk about the quarterback that just left.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe Milton III, out of here. Did you see that coming?
Well, it's a little surprising, Steve, with the timing. And I think what's interesting to me is he's not just leaving, they gave him away. I mean, if you look at it, to trade Joe Milton and a 7th-round pick and just get a 5th-round pick in return, it really sparks the question, why? Why, and why now? Why not wait and maybe try to get more for him? And I think the key thing here is that the voluntary offseason program, Steve, starts on Monday. And to me, this trade is all about quarterback room dynamics.
Okay.
You got Drake Maye, you got the veteran Josh Dobbs, and then you had Joe Milton. And I believe that Mike Vrabel is calculating the chemistry of the overall group and saying, you know what, Joe Milton wants to play. Let's give him an opportunity somewhere else and maybe bring in another third quarterback.
Now, the rumors around Foxborough was Joe Milton was walking around like he was a starting quarterback. Okay, and was there friction between Joe Milton
and Drake Maye? So I haven't heard that specifically, Steve,
okay.
But what I will say, I use the example of 2016. That's the ideal scenario for the Patriots in a quarterback room. You had Tom Brady, you had Jimmy Garoppolo pushing Tom Brady,
right,
and then you had Jacoby Brissett, the rookie, coming in. That's 3 good quarterbacks who are pushing each other, but they're supporting each other at the same time. Steve, you were a quarterback.
Right.
Like, I actually think you can talk about this more than me, better than anyone. If you're the starter, you're the backup. There's a mix.
There is a mix.
Tell me more.
Well, there's a mix, but if the backup thinks he deserves to be starting and Joe Milton's coming off the one game, if you look at it.
He looked great.
And not only that.
Against backups, but he looked great.
But not only that, what was Drake Maye's record?
Right.
One win?
One win.
Joe Milton's saying, hey,
right,
I got 1 win too.
Right.
Why not me?
Right.
So, I mean, when you look at it that way, everybody knows Drake Maye is going to be the starting quarterback. We know that. Right. But Joe Milton, I had a feeling they didn't want Drake Maye looking over his shoulder.
And there might be something to that. The whole idea that they're trying to set this up, Steve, to give Drake Maye the best chance at success. I think the thing to me, there's a little nuance to the discussion because it's not that you're trying to take competition away. Mm-hmm. You want competition to push Drake Maye, but you just also want that competition to be supportive of Drake Maye. And I think that's what they're trying to create here.
You got to go to Palm Beach.
Yes.
You were down there for the owners' meetings. What were your biggest takeaways?
Your type of place, Steve.
And
I would say Mike Vrabel, ever present, Steve. He was all over the place. He is into this.
And he was commanding.
Commanding, presence. And what I take away from it is that people around the league think the Patriots are on the up. That they're coming, Steve, and they like what they've done. The coaches, other than Mike Vrabel, that I've talked to, that have coached the players the Patriots have signed, there was one theme that I took away. They liked them as people. They thought they were good people, and I think this comes back to the culture. I'm talking about Milton Williams, big free agent signing. Talk to Nick Sirianni, the Eagles coach. Talk to Jonathan Gannon, the Cardinals coach who coached him when Gannon was with the Eagles. And they just talked about what type of person he was, and I think that to me is a little bit reflective of what Vrabel's trying to create there. Not just the players, but the people too.
Okay, we got the HOF, Hall of Fame. You're on the committee. I'm on the committee.
Yeah.
Bill Parcells going in, the big tuna.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to Bill Burton just a little bit about because you got a chance to talk to Tuna.
Yes.
But you were fighting for him.
Yes.
I was fighting for him. He's in. And it's a classy move by Mr. Kraft.
A very classy move by Robert Kraft. I have been advocating for this for a while because to me, when Bill Parcells came here in 1993, Steve, it sparked hope with Drew Bledsoe for a whole generation of fans. And I can speak to, even my family. My dad got season tickets that year because Bill Parcells came. He gave him credibility. Now, 32-32 record.
Right.
You can say, is that Hall of Fame worthy? The way he left. That's why the candidacy was so polarizing. But to me, the good far outweighed the bad. And I'm just so happy to see that it got to this day where both of them came together and said, yeah, we're old at the point, let's not do this where it's too late.
Right.
And I just love that, Steve. Because,
I do.
That to me is good life.
And Bill Parcells put the Patriots on the map, Mike.
Yeah.
He put them back on the map. He deserves to be in. And I like the way how Mr. Kraft handled it.
Yeah, and now, I agree, and now you look at what happens now. I mean, we talked about 11 candidates, Steve, and I know you're going to get into it, and there were great discussions.
Yeah, well, here's the discussion.
Yeah.
You got Adam Vinatieri up, and you got Julian Edelman up.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Both deserve to be there.
Yeah.
Both will get there.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
For Adam, it's been a while now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Does he go in before Julian? Do the fans vote for Adam, or do the fans vote for Julian Edelman?
Well, so here's the thing. We discuss 11 great candidates,
right.
including your dad, Ron Burton, and Julius Adams, Lawyer Malloy. I mean, Wes Welker, Logan Mankins. So there's a lot of people that are deserving, Steve. I think when we narrow it down, the biggest names, right? We're talking about Adam Vinatieri, who I believe I'm going to say that was my top choice. I believe Adam Vinatieri should go in right now because of what he means to the Patriots. He started everything with the greatest kick in the history of the NFL. That's according to Bill Belichick, by the way.
There's no question.
So, but then you talk about Julian, you talk about Logan Mankins, Wes Welker, some of the other names. Like after Adam, there's some tough choices. And I'm curious about the fans because Adam, last played here in 2005, I know. 20 years ago,
and he
Steve.
went to Indy. I get all that.
Does recency bias play a factor in the fan voting?
It's a great point. Well, time will tell.
Yeah.
They both are Hall of Famers.
Yes.
No question about it. Good stuff, my man.
Steve, you're bringing it.
Mike Reiss, that's what we do here. Thank you.